Hello everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and today I'm going to try to show you how to build chords in the key of C major on a bass guitar. So we'll look at one notes and three notes and five notes and maybe some sixth notes and then see how to build each of the different kind of chords using notes from notes that make up the chords. So let me show you how it works. Alright, if we take a look at a Fretboard Toolbox Complete 4-String Bass Edition, and then we look at the key of C major, which is going to be on page 19, then we'll be able to see a lot of the chords that are going to be found in the key of C, and then we'll be able to see which notes make up each of the chords. So in the key of C major, it's also the relative key of A minor, but forget about that for today. So we're just thinking about C major, and then we're going to be looking at these first 6 chords here, so C major through A minor, and we're going to be thinking about these bold Roman numerals for each of those chords. So C major is my 1 chord, D minor is my 2, E minor is my 3, and the reason I want to know all these chords together is because tons and tons of songs are made from those chords. So I've literally been playing the bass for about a week, so I've got a lot to learn, but I'll show you some of the things I picked up and talking to folks that have played a long time, and we'll see how this works here. So like a C chord is going to be a C major chord in the key of C, and all major chords are built using notes, the 1, 3, and 5 notes out of the major scale. So in my books you can see like the C major is built out of the note C is my 1 note, E is my 3 note, and G is my 5 note. And the reason I want to know those notes is because in every single instrument in the world, C major chords are built to the notes C, E, and G. And the reason I want to know that for bass is because if I know where C, E, and G notes are, then I can start making some cool bass lines. But for real basic bass lines, you could just, if someone's playing a C major chord, you can just keep hitting the C note. And then kind of the next level would be playing, alternating the 1 and 5 notes. So C and G notes alternating back and forth. And the cool thing about a toolbox with this is that if I can see those C and G notes all over the place, then I've got lots of different places I can play them. So if I wanted to just alternate C and G notes here, the C note is on the 3rd string, 3rd fret, and then there's a G note here on the 4th string, 3rd fret. So on a bass that would look like this. Here's C note, G, C, G, C, G. Or I could alternate C and G, the same C note and then a G on the 2nd string, 5th fret, and that would look like this. C, G, C, G. So all I need for someone to do is show me that it sounds cool to alternate the 1 and the 5 notes. And they don't have to show me that in all but one key. If they show me in one key it sounds cool to alternate 1 and 5 notes, then if I know what those 1 and 5 notes are, and I know where they're found all up and down the fretboard, then I can play those all over the place. Then if I wanted to play, well, the one thing that's important to notice is that all 6 of these chords, C major through A minor, the 1 and 5 notes are going to be the same whether they're major chords or minor chords. It doesn't make any difference. The only thing that makes the difference between a major and a minor chord, majors are built of notes in the 1, 3, 5 columns, and minors are built in the 1 flat 3 and 5 columns, which means taking the 1 flat 3 and 5 note out of the major scale. So a D minor chord is going to be built of the notes D, F, and A, and that's 1 flat 3 and then 5, but a C major is going to be built in the 1, 3, and 5 notes. So if I want to place on that C major chord, I can throw in that E note also. So I could look down here and see where could I play C, E, and G notes. So I've got 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 5th fret, and that would look like this. So that's C, E, G, E, C, E, G, E. And then if someone plays a C major, if someone's just playing a C major chord, I've got a backing track here that can show that. So if I play I can just alternate that C, G, C, G, C, G, C, G, C, G, Or I could alternate the C and G notes right here on the 3rd and 5th frets. So 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 5th. Or I could go C, G, C, G, C, G, C, G, C. The other thing I could do is play C, E, and G. And if I start that track over real quick, if I want to play C, E, and G, let's see if I can do that. C, E, G, E, C, E, G, E. So just by knowing the notes that are part of the chord, you can which notes make up the chord, you can start picking out some bass lines, and then when someone teaches you some stuff, you can say, oh, okay, I see why I'm doing that on a C major chord, because I'm just using notes that are part of that C major chord. And then to play a D minor chord, I could alternate D and A notes. So I've got a D here and an A here, I have a D here and an A here, D here and A here. So being able to see, like here's D, A, D, A, being able to see where those notes are all up and down the fretboard, and then which notes I want to play along with the chord. So anybody's playing a D minor chord, as long as I'm playing D, A, or F notes, nothing's going to sound too sour. E minor chords, I want to alternate. If I want to do 1 and 5 notes, I'm going to do E and B notes. I can throw in some G's in there. F chords, if someone's playing F major, I want to alternate F and C notes, and I can put some A's in there, and G major, etc. So when you can see that same information for every key and which notes build each of the chords, then you've got a whole lot of freedom to figure out what you want to how you want to make your bass line sound. So in my next video, I'll show you how I'm learning to put these ideas to some chord progressions, and we'll see how that works. So I appreciate you taking a look, and I hope you found something useful. Thanks.